Hey there, I'm DPadGamer, and my journey to showcase Easter eggs in every Legend of Zelda game has brought us here. Despite my best efforts, I could not find very many Easter eggs for the following games, so it's time for another combo video. Here are some Easter eggs in the Legend of Zelda Minish Cap, 4 Swords, and 4 Swords Adventure. We're going to start off with the Minish Cap, which happens to be my favorite top-down Zelda game. You know the main antagonist Vaati? Well, his laugh is actually a shortened version of the Happy Mask Salesman's laugh from Majora's Mask. Here, have a listen. So one character that Link encounters during the game is Dr. Left. He's a scholar that lives in Hyrule Town. He's got glasses, green poofy hair, and a dumb name. He's a reference to the character Dr. Wright from the SimCity games. Dr. Wright is an advisor for the player in SimCity on the SNES and SimCity 64. I'm basically required to show off a Zelda game's Cuckoo attack, so here it is. They seem to be pretty great at phasing through solid objects. I'll give that a solid 5 out of 7 chickens. In this game, Link obtains a magical instrument called the Ocarina of Wind. It's used to summon a bird which allows Link to fast travel across Hyrule, so it's basically the same as the flute from A Link to the Past. The tune is also recycled, in a way. It's the same melody as the recorder from The Legend of Zelda, and the warp whistle from Super Mario Bros. 3. Speaking of the Mario series, there are more Mario things in this Zelda thing. Yeah, nailed that transition. Okay, so you probably recognize this guy as a Bomb-Omb, a staple to the Mario series. In this game, they can be found in a few places, such as the Cave of Flames, Dark Hyrule Castle, and Palace of Winds. Bomb-Ombs were first featured in Yume Kojo Doki Doki Panic, otherwise known as Super Mario Bros. 2 outside of Japan. This Cloud Riding Koopa is a Lakitu. They can be found in the Cloud Tops and Palace of Winds, which, looking at the cloud, it sort of makes sense. In this game, the sound effect for a beanstalk growing is also the same as the tune for Super Mario Bros. Okay, so it's time to talk about Easter eggs in The Legend of Zelda 4 Swords. All one of them. Yeah. While multiplaying your way through this game, you can find this thing. It's a chain chomp, originally from Super Mario Bros. 3. It's on a chain, and it chomps. It's possible that there are more Easter eggs for this game, but as far as I could find, that's it. So you know what? Since this is my video, I'm going to drop some facts for you. We're going to call them DPad facts, because I like dumb names. First off, 4 Swords and 4 Swords Adventure are two entirely different games. The names definitely don't make that clear. The latter may have incorporated elements from the former, but they are separate. 4 Swords was first released alongside A Link to the Past for its GameCube Advance version. It was later re-released as 4 Swords Anniversary Edition for the Nintendo DSi and 3DS in honor of Zelda's 25th anniversary. Yeah, man, even the facts of this game are sort of boring. Okay, let's just move on. Now let's finish off the video with 4 Swords Adventure. In this game, Cheep Cheeps can be found in flooded side-scrolling areas of various stages. They're your standard Mario fish named after the sound a bird makes. They can be found in the Desert of Doubt, Frozen Hyrule, Lake Hylia, and the coast. So if you look into the files on the game disk, you'll find a file called smw.ast. It's an unused audio file which you could hear now. It's actually the Special World theme from Super Mario World. It's unclear if this was going to be used in the game, but my best guess is that this was used for testing purposes during development. Oh geez, that's pretty much all the Easter eggs in this game. More D-pad facts. There's a pretty decent chance that if you're watching this video, you haven't played the Japanese or Korean versions of 4 Swords Adventure. If that's the case, then there's an entire game mode that you missed out on. It's called Navi Trackers. Navi Trackers is a mode where players search for members of Tetra's pirate crew to collect stamps from them during a certain time limit. The game was played on the Game Boy Advance, while a TV showed a map with Tetra narrating the action. Tetra and her crew apparently had full voiceovers instead of the text-only dialogue. That's probably a contributing factor as to why it wasn't localized for the English release. The mode was originally planned to be its own standalone game, titled Tetris Trackers, which makes much more sense if you ask me. Oh, and also, cause I'm out of stuff, the video's over! I want your suggestions. A large amount of time between videos is spent finding suitable games to cover. If you give me ideas, it makes things much easier, and thus, more videos from me more often. If you have a video game in mind for either Easter eggs or glitches, let me know down below. I'll see you next time.